Jakarta, September 24th, 2003. Oh, heck. We're getting some background. Some of you left comments about Jakarta.
Apa Bapak tidak salah orang?
Anda Bu Ratna, Profesor Mikologi Universitas Indonesia. Kita memiliki orang yang tepat.
Ini opiocordyceps. Tapi kenapa menggunakan klorazol untuk mempersiapkan slide?
Kami gunakan sebagai persiapan pengambilan sampel dari tubuh manusia, Bu Ratna.
Cordyceps tidak bisa bertahan pada manusia.
I love this. This is great. But also scary. Is she about to go look at the human the samples were taken from? I'm nervous. Ooh.
Apa ini gigitan manusia?
Ooh, is she gonna find tendrils? Ooh, gross. What a start to an episode. Ooh, so excited.
Jadi kapan ini terjadinya, Pak?
Kurang lebih 30 jam yang lalu, Bu. Pabrik tepung dan gabah di barat kota.
Lahan yang sempurna untuk itu. Siapa yang menggigit perempuan itu, Pak?
Kami tidak tahu, ya, Bu.
Lalu pekerja yang lain bagaimana?
14 orang hilang.
Heck. And then it spreads like wildfire.
Kami membawa Ibu Ratna kemari untuk membantu kami untuk mencegah penyebaran.
One person cannot do that.
Saya telah menghabiskan waktu hidup saya untuk mempelajari hal yang tidak ada vaksin.
Jadi apa yang harus kami lakukan?
Bom. Bom seluruh kota dan seluruh orang yang ada di dalamnya.
Wow, what a start. Thank you so much for joining me to watch this episode today. My name is Kale. If you missed my reaction to episode 1, click the playlist here in the corner to go and check it out. And if you want to check out the full-length watch-along, you can find that over on my Patreon, along with all the other full-length watch-alongs I have watched here for the channel. Thank you to my subscribers here on YouTube. Thank you to you for watching this video today. And thank you to everyone who is supporting me on Patreon. I really appreciate it. I'm about to play these games for the first time starting in March because the part 1 is releasing on PC and I'm so excited, but I haven't actually played these games. I do know the story very, very well though, but this reaction will be spoiler free. Thank you, and let's continue on with this episode. That intro really set the tone for this episode, like, really well. I was kind of hoping that we were going to get more, like, backstory on the infection itself. Where'd it come from? Obviously, they didn't prevent Flower and Green from leaving Jakarta to go around the world.
Do I look like I'm infected?
Show us your arm.
Yeah, it's not getting any worse, is it?
What was Marlene doing with an infected kid?
I'm not infected. She found me after I was bitten.
And she didn't shoot you.
Clearly not. There's not gonna be anything bad in here?
Just you.
Oh, funny.
She made it through the night.
It doesn't matter. You need to stop talking about this kid like she's got some kind of life in front of her.
Oof.
Is that chicken?
Yep. Arlene said they get it from smugglers. Guess not you guys.
Joel and I aren't good people. We're doing this for us. Because apparently you're worth something.
There's a Firefly base camp somewhere out west. With doctors. They're working on a cure.
I've heard this before. We've heard this a million times. Vaccines, miracle cures. None of it works.
You, man, I didn't ask for this.
You and me both.
Let's just finish it.
If she so much as twitches.
Don't.
Okay.
I loved that moment in the trailer.
Can I have a gun?
Absolutely not.
Okay, Jesus, fine. I'll have to throw a f***ing sandwich at them.
Atmosphere! I cannot wait to see everything.
Whoa.
Yeah, Woe was right.
It's different in the daylight, huh?
It's like a f***ed up moon. Is this where they bombed?
Yeah.
Pretty sure I worked on this street a few years ago. Pretty sure this is downtown Calgary.
Long way or short way?
It's a long way or the f***ing dead way.
Well, I thought long way, just based on that limited information.
This looks so cool. Again, the detail shots. I love them.
How did you get bit?
You know the old mall in the QZ?
The one that's sealed off and boarded up and no one's supposed to go in? Ever? That one?
Whatever, I snuck in. Didn't think there was gonna be anything in there, and then one just came at me out of nowhere.
So it was just you in there alone?
Yeah,
How old are you?
14.
I mean, you got some balls on you, sister.
Oh, this is the 4th Ave flyover. Oh my gosh. They closed it down, I think, for about 5 or 6 days in Calgary for filming. It's one of the main ways to get into downtown.
So there aren't super infected that explode fungus spores on you?
Shit, I hope not.
Or ones with split open heads that stay in the dark like bats?
Oh yeah, there's Edmonton Trail. All right, that was cool. That was actually one of the things I was looking forward to seeing when I found out that they had closed the flyover for a weekend to do filming. And that looked about as I expected. Aw, Froggy. Gross.
Wait, are we going in there?
Yeah, we gotta get to the stairwell on the other side.
Well, I don't know how to swim.
Oh no.
Seriously?
Not very pleasant. But gotta do what needs to be done.
So gross. Come
You're a
on.
weird kid.
You're a weird kid.
Joel just reacted to that moment as if that's the first kid's hand that he has touched since Sarah.
Well, when the did that happen?
Uh-oh.
You good up there?
Yeah, it's a bit of a mess, so I'm gonna need a few minutes.
Where'd you learn to do that?
The circus.
I'm already so here for the sass.
Where are you from?
Texas,
What about Tess?
Detroit, it's in Michigan.
I go to school. I know where Detroit is. So, you two, like,
Pass.
how'd you end up in Boston?
Pass. No more questions about me.
Uh-oh.
How long do infected live?
No, I thought you went to school.
It's a really shitty one.
Well, some last about a month or two, but there's others been walking around about 20 years.
You ever kill one?
Yeah, I killed lots of them.
Was it hard? Like, knowing they were people once?
Sometimes.
Put the gun down, Joe.
Tess to the rescue. Let's go. Again, these detail shots. I love them so much. Wow. Oh, God. Whew.
The last time we were here, they were still deep inside the buildings. Then I guess enough people came through looking for the QZ. We went inside seeking shelter. And that's how they get more and more of the city, bit by bit, year after year.
They look like bugs from up here. Nasty.
They're connected.
More than you know. The fungus also grows underground. Long fibers like wires, some of them stretching over a mile. And you step on a patch of cordyceps in one place, and you can wake a dozen infected from somewhere else. You're not immune from being ripped apart. I'm trying to keep you alive.
What do we do then?
Museum.
Whoa. The mushrooms in the window. Super cool looking.
You've got to be f***ing kidding me.
It's bone dry. Marlene packing one of these or just sandwiches?
Yeah. I have a spare hand.
Congratulations.
They're very anti-Ellie weapon right now. She does have a knife, so man, big props to the set designers. Looks so good.
Oh, what the f did that?
Maybe he was attacked outside. He crawled through the doors. The door was open. Could have been him.
Maybe?
Okay, from this point forward, we are silent. Not quiet. Silent.
Things like both feel so tense, but also not at the same time. Are we gonna get the shot from the trailer? I think we are. Yeah, it's kind of hard to be silent with creaking stairs. Oh gosh. All this detail is just, look at that. All the bodies. Wow. That looks so good. Damn, that was close. Here we go. I want to see it. Holy. Oh my god. Wow. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Wow, that looks so good. The way this is filmed is so good too. Always having no. Yes, Tess. Holy shit.
You all right?
Twisted ankle. Yeah.
Well, I didn't shit my pants. You fucking kidding me? I mean, if it was gonna happen to one of us.
True. Yeah, better her than them. Oh, that was intense in the best way possible. Oh my god.
There?
Yeah, no, looks scary.
That was scary. This is wood.
True.
Maybe the first bite didn't take. But what about the second?
How about you just take the good news? Can you do that? Like to think for once maybe we can actually win?
Is it everything you hoped for?
Jury's still out, but man, you can't deny that view.
It's a pretty one, especially for her when she's never seen anything like this. This looks great. Oh, what's behind this door? Nobody? Okay, cool. Oh no. You?
What is going on?
I don't know.
Holy shit.
I mean, there's gotta be a fucking radio or something, right?
Who killed them? Vedra?
One of them got bit. The healthy ones fought the sick ones. Everyone lost. Tess?
Where did Marlene say that she was taking you?
I don't know. Just west.
One of them's gotta have a map on them.
It's over.
I'm staying. I mean, our luck had to run out sooner or later.
She's infected.
Show me.
Oops. Right. Take your bandage off. Joel. This is real. I need you to get her to Bill and Frank's.
No.
They'll take her off your hands. They'll handle it from here.
No, I can't. They won't take her. They're not gonna take her.
They will, because you'll convince them. I never ask you for anything, not to feel the way I felt, not to you shut the fuck up, because I don't have time. This is your chance. You get her there. You keep her alive. And you set everything right. Please say yes, Joel. Please.
The tendrils are so gross. Okay, we gotta go. We gotta go. Oh my god. We need to go now. Oh, this is the group of them outside. Okay. Knowing where they are. Right. They gotta go. They gotta go. Yep. Now. Oh, Tess. Legend to the end.
No! We're not leaving her! Get off me, you!
Gross. What a scene. What an episode. Oh my gosh. Incredible. Folks, if you enjoyed this reaction, let me know by hitting that like button down below. And if you're not yet subscribed, consider doing so. You do get notified of all future reaction videos of mine. Well, this episode was absolutely incredible. I think that it balanced out the chaos from the first episode really well, because this episode was definitely more of a slow burn and things were a lot more quiet and a lot more tense. and not so many explosions or crashes or screaming or anything like that. And I found myself kind of almost holding my breath in moments where our characters needed to be extra quiet, specifically the museum scene. I appreciate these scenes because if this were happening in real life, it would be just like this. And I feel like this show has just been so realistic so far, and I'm really, really enjoying it. First, I want to talk about the opening scene with the professor in Jakarta. I had seen speculative comments online, not just on my own video, but elsewhere on the internet, Twitter, Reddit, other people's reaction video comments, and there were speculations that the infection originated in Jakarta and then was transmitted to the rest of the world through grain and flour products, which does explain why there was such an emphasis and focus on pancakes and biscuits and raisin cookies, and Joel mentioning that he's on the Atkins diet. So our main characters did avoid consuming those types of products, which explains why they did not get infected like their neighbors did or anyone else. And I just find that so awesome. It is such a great way to give origin to this infection. And the opening scene with this professor, the look of horror on her face when she realized what was happening, told the guy there is no medicine, there is no vaccine for this, and when he asked what do we do, and she just said just start bombing the city and bombing everything, like just so great. I'm not sure if this show is going to continue starting the episodes in this fashion. I wouldn't be opposed to it, to be honest, but definitely these first 2 episodes, I loved having these scenes. The interviewee scene in episode 1 from the 60s, this scene from Jakarta. Oh, it's just so good. One of the big highlights for me in this episode specifically was the focus on the environment and the atmosphere. It was exactly what I was hoping that we would get, because I mentioned this in my last video that I cannot wait to see how they have made everything look, the outdoors, the buildings, the roads, everything. So this episode truly delivered on that for me. And I have to mention, so I did mention the 4th Avenue flyover from downtown Calgary, the overpass that they were walking on, but I failed to realize that the building that they were in at the end of the episode was the Alberta Legislature building, which is in downtown Edmonton. And that is such a great looking building. I didn't recognize it in the moment as I was watching, but to be fair, I am not in downtown Edmonton that often, so makes sense. But yeah, very cool to recognize those landmarks and just to see them in the post-apocalyptic-ified way. Like I've said before, I'm just so excited to see familiar locations and how they look in this show. And there is one location in particular coming that I'm very excited for, not just for what it means in the story, but for what location they used, because it's actually where I went to college. So very pumped to see it. Outside of recognizing familiar locations, I just really, really like what they've done. The hotel with all the murky water inside, super cool. The wooden plank that they all walk across, very elevated and high up, was awesome. Just so many little details as well, and like close-up shots on things, and I just really love how much care they took with building out these scenes and the environments that our characters are navigating through, and it just feels so good. Obviously, the highlight of this episode for me was the run-in with the infected while they were in the museum, because ever since I saw those types of infected in the trailer, I have been looking forward to that, and this episode certainly delivered. I am pretty sure that all of the effects are practical, because I did read that the same guy that created Vecna in Stranger Things 4 is doing the infected in the show, and he was the one who created that infected stuck to the wall in the first episode. And yeah, it's just so amazing looking. And these actors that are portraying these infected are acting so good. It looks just like they did in the video game. And the 2 people who made the sounds of them, that clicking and screaming sound, they returned to do all the sounds in the show. So it looks and feels terrifying. And I can confirm that in live action, these infected are 100 times more scarier and more terrifying than they are in the game. And I just would never want to find myself in a position like this, especially after watching that scene, because oh my God. If there is any CGI used at all with these infected, I personally cannot tell. I think it looks so real and so incredible. It's just amazing. I have nothing bad to say about how they're portrayed. In my spoiler section at the end of my episode 1 reaction, I did speculate during that where Tess's death would fall. I wasn't sure if it was going to happen in this episode or in episode 3, so having it happen at the very end of episode 2 and how her death is kind of closing off this particular episode is honestly the best that I could have expected, and I'm glad that it happened at the end of the episode. I think that Anna Torv did an absolutely fantastic job as Tess. Obviously, she is not exactly like Tess from the video game, and I wouldn't want her to be, but she totally brought her own vibe to Tess. And in a way, I actually feel like Tess in this show is a little bit more badass than Tess in the game. I will admit, there's something about her character, the way that she portrays her in this show. She just feels a little bit more rugged to me and a bit more tough. And I don't know, there's just something about Anna. I think she did such a great job, and I knew it was coming. But yeah, I hope that we still get to see more of her, maybe in some flashback scenes in future episodes. I'm not sure how that's gonna work, but I'm looking forward to it either way. I also really enjoyed the Tess and Ellie interactions in this episode in particular, when they were walking on the overpass and Tess said to Ellie that she's got some balls on her. I just thought that was such a great line and just a little cute moment to like show respect for Ellie. I feel like I'm gonna say this every single episode, but once again, Pedro and Bella as Joel and Ellie, I am still completely in love with them, completely in love with how they are portraying these characters for this show, and I just cannot wait to see more. The interactions, how they look, how they act, how they speak. I also just want to say that, and I am comparing to the video game in this instance, but I do think that Bella actually sounds like a 14-year-old. Don't get me wrong, I love Ashley Johnson voice acting Ellie, I always will, but because Ashley is older than Bella is, and I think was older than Bella is when the games first came out, I do feel like Ashley does kind of bring a little bit more of an adult sounding voice for Ellie, which isn't bad, but just comparing, because Bella is younger, because I think Bella is 19 years old, you know, she's making Ellie sound younger, which I appreciate. Overall, I really could not ask for a better adaptation of a video game. These first 2 episodes just keep increasing my optimism and my excitement for what is to come, not just for this season, but the seasons to come that will cover the events of the second game. I cannot wait. I'm so excited for more. I'm so impatient. I'm happy that they're doing weekly releases. I really am, because I do like to wait the time, but at the same time, I don't like to wait the time, and I wish that I could see the next episode right away, but we'll all have to be patient, and we can all talk about it in the comments. All right, with that, I actually am not going to have a spoilery section in this episode reaction in particular, just because I still have a lot of the same thoughts that I had at the end of episode 1. So if you want to go check that out, feel free. But otherwise, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone for watching this video. Leave a purple heart in your comment below if you are still watching the video at this moment and you hear and see this right now. Thank you so much to my YouTube subscribers. Thank you so much to my Adventure Club members over on Patreon. And if you're not yet subbed to the channel, please click here to do so. And if you want to continue on watching, there are links over here for you to do so. Thank you so much, and we will see you in the next reaction video. Take care.